Jack and Teddy on the Planet of Order. Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a boy named Jack. Jack had an extraordinary friend, a plush teddy bear named Teddy. Teddy was not only Jack's favourite toy, but also his best companion in every adventure. Together, they spent countless hours playing, and Jack loved organising his toys and keeping everything in perfect order. One day, while Jack and Teddy were playing in their room, they suddenly heard a strange sound. It was a rocket ship that landed right in front of their house. Out of the rocket came a robot named Robbie, who said, "Hello, Jack and Teddy. I'm Robbie from the Planet of Order. Our planet is impeccably clean, but we need help. Will you help us?" Jack and Teddy looked at each other with excitement and agreed immediately. They jumped into the rocket and began their cosmic journey. After a short trip, the rocket landed on the Planet of Order. Everything there was shiny and spotlessly clean. Even the grass was perfectly trimmed, and flowers grew in neat rows. Robbie showed them around the planet and demonstrated how the inhabitants maintained order. "You see, here everything must be perfectly clean. Even the smallest mess is cleaned up immediately," Robbie explained. Jack was thrilled. It was the perfect place for him because he loved order. But Teddy noticed that the inhabitants of the Planet of Order looked a bit sad and tired. Jack and Teddy decided to find out why the inhabitants were sad. They met a little girl named Lucy, who was sitting on a bench and looked worried. "Hi, Lucy. Why are you sad?" Teddy asked. "Hi, I'm sad because there's no time for fun on our planet. We have to clean and keep everything in order all the time," Lucy replied. Jack realized that although order is important, the lack of fun and joy made the inhabitants unhappy. He decided to do something about it. Jack and Teddy organized a big party for all the inhabitants of the Planet of Order. They prepared games, toys, and various attractions. At first, the inhabitants were a bit uncertain, but when they saw how much joy the party brought, they began to join in. Lucy was the first to start playing. Soon, other inhabitants joined her. The entire planet was filled with laughter and joy. After the party ended, Robbie approached Jack and Teddy. "Thank you, Jack and Teddy. You taught us that, while order is important, it's equally important to find time for fun and joy." Jack understood that sometimes it's worth allowing a little mess to enjoy life. They returned home with a new approach to order and play. When Jack and Teddy returned to their room, Jack looked at his toys. He understood that order is important, but it's equally important to enjoy play and be happy. "Thank you, Teddy. You've taught me that it's worth finding a balance between order and play," Jack said, hugging his plush friend. And so, Jack and Teddy lived happily ever after, maintaining order but never forgetting the joy of play. This story teaches us that order is important, but it's equally important to find time for fun and joy. Sometimes it's worth allowing a little mess to enjoy life and be happy.